When this case starts, it feels like a simple landlord-tenant dispute. Money, rent, eviction. But the moment you hear this woman describe living in a single room with 2 young kids, you already know this isn't just about dollars. It's about survival.
Remain seated and come to order. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Faith Jenkins presiding. Your Honor, this case is Huddock versus Jackson.
Thank you, Barbara. Jennifer Huddock, you are suing the defendant for $3,000 for costs incurred for an illegal eviction.
Right.
And you are countersuing Mr. Jackson for $4,065 for back rent, late fees, storage costs, utilities, and administrative costs?
That's correct.
Okay. We'll start with you, Ms. Huddock. Can you tell me what kind of place it was?
It was a property where they rented all the rooms to different people. Okay, most of the rooms, there was 4 rooms. Mine was the very bottom. It was a 3-level house. All the rooms were rented to like college kids. Okay, they would throw big parties.
So you rented a room in the house.
Right.
And who else lived with you at that time?
With me, my 2 daughters. I have a 10-year-old and a 7-year-old at the time.
Okay, so they lived in the room with you.
Right, and then he was coming and he was staying quite regularly, but he wasn't living there.
And who are you, sir?
I'm her boyfriend.
Okay, Mr. Barnett?
Yes.
Okay.
And I was staying there. I would go there just at night and sleep with, and then go home in the morning. I had my own place.
This is all in one room?
Yeah, it was like a garage-sized room, like a double-car garage-sized room.
So you were living in this room with your 2 daughters. How much were you paying in rent?
I was paying $800 a month.
And did you have a lease agreement with the defendant?
No, never did.
Okay, but at some point, you come to an agreement with him, not a written lease, but an oral lease.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, everything went fine, and then Trey told me at one time that he was only gonna move in people who were like family-oriented, make it like a family home, people who had kids, you know.
Okay, because you have 2 daughters.
Right.
You're telling me that there was a problem with the other people living in the unit. So you were in a month-to-month, correct?
Right, yeah.
So why didn't you move if you didn't like living there?
I didn't have anywhere to go. I didn't have any money to move.
We've been living there.
I've been there for a year and a half.
With not one complaint, not one problem.
Not one.
And then
No lease, month to month, no safety net. That's the reality for a lot of families, and legally, that already puts her in a vulnerable position.
What's going on, sir?
When I acquired the property as the new owner in transition, I have a property management company that works under my enterprise. We buy property, and then my property management company manages the property. The former owner placed all these tenants.
Right.
She didn't make good decisions, and I'm gonna give her that, okay, as far as the placement. There were college kids there. It's near a college. So when I came in, she was almost like a hostage situation as far as being able to move around the house with her kids.
Right.
I get that. So when she said, Trey, can you come over and do a pop-up visit and see what I'm going through? I did that. The tenants that was there, that was college kids, they was doing Facebook parties, 100, 200 people would show up, disturbing the whole neighborhood. So I was like,
okay.
What
is a Facebook party?
Facebook party.
Oh, where they post on Facebook, there's a party at this address and everybody comes over. Okay.
And this is a resident. This is not a hall.
Yeah.
Right.
So it was out of control. I did a pop-up visit. I came in the dining area, which she was not allowed to come in because they took it over.
Yeah.
And I seen things on the table that was very disturbing.
Like what?
Paraphernalia.
Like drug paraphernalia. Okay.
So if I was those kids, her daughter's dad, uncle, brother, I would have lost it.
Okay.
So I stayed professional. I did the process through the courts, got them out.
Okay.
I was championing her 7-year-old, 10-year-old daughter. That's what it was really about.
Now notice how the landlord talks. He casts himself as the protector, the responsible adult, the man saving kids from chaos. That framing matters, because when someone builds themselves up as the hero early, they usually don't expect to be questioned later.
Why did you evict the plaintiff?
Mainly because of him and his presence at the facility.
What happened?
He was there every night from the hours. This is not hearsay. This is what she told me to my face. He comes between 11 p.m. and 6 a.m.
Right.
He's not on the lease.
And is she not supposed to have overnight guests?
No.
I was only allowing them to have overnight.
At all.
I have rules right here that she signed off.
No, I did not sign anything.
Because you never returned it.
I have it.
You,
and you didn't give it to me until the last month before I moved.
Because you have
the last month before
intentions.
I moved.
That's why you never returned it.
Okay, scandalous.
So you didn't want
Let's talk about that.
Her boyfriend staying
in the
overnight.
house, one night guest per week.
Wrong.
Okay.
For sanitary reasons, safety reasons. Okay?
And you're saying that he's staying there every night?
When I found that out through complaints of the new tenant, who she got into.
Were you staying there every night, sir?
yeah, well, Practically.
Almost.
You know, and like I said, I didn't have nothing. Never took showers there. I had my own place.
Never used the kitchen.
Never used the kitchen.
anything.
Never used. Yeah, didn't have no
I
clothes
use
or
it
nothing.
every day, and you don't use
Didn't
it
do
all day.
This is where things turn. The boyfriend. Overnight stays. Rules that may or may not exist. And here's the thing. Having a guest is not the same as someone living there. Judges don't care about vibes. They care about proof.
You out. The sheriff came and
locked me
locked you
out.
out.
Okay, yeah.
So the eviction, by law, he can't do that unless you've been given notice and a writ of possession has been issued.
Okay.
So what's your issue? Why do you say it's unlawful?
I don't believe that I was served right. I don't believe that I was.
You were, ma'am. You
I
were.
went and
Okay. I read the paperwork thoroughly.
Okay.
You went. There was a notice of eviction filed,
Right.
and you were notified.
Right.
You went down to court.
He came to me and told me I could stay. Did you not? Until August 12th.
Ma'am, you got
Okay.
notice that an eviction had been filed.
Right.
You went down to court, and you paid the court rent in the amount of $800, and it was stayed for 30
days, which would have put me out on the 13th.
30 days only.
It would have put me out on the 13th.
You got another notice that the sheriff would come, because this is how the law works.
I never got another notice.
In 5 days, your things will be put
that.
out. And that's what happens when the sheriff comes.
Okay.
Okay?
The sheriff
gets
comes
a
and
court order.
Can I tell you something?
The sheriff does not get an order from the defendant. The sheriff gets an order from court.
I understand that.
Okay?
I understand that. And he comes to me again and he says he's going to pull it. I believe him.
Did you tell her that you weren't going to evict her?
No, I never told her I was going to pull
This
this.
last time when she was actually evicted by the sheriff, did you tell her that you were not going to evict her?
No, I didn't, because she put in a stay of execution in May.
Right.
So when she
After
did
that.
that, she let me know that she's a smart girl. She knows how to deal with the law and stop things. So I said, okay, I'll deal with that. You holding up my rent money because you got to pay it to the court. And I had to wait 4 weeks for me to get that check. And she put it in the former owner's name, so I really had to wait. So she knows how to deal with the court.
So what happened after the 30 days?
After the 30 days, her rent was due back up, and the 30 days of eviction kicked back in.
Right.
It's her job, not for me to call and say, hey, please hold my rent again by going down to the court. It's her job to go back to the court and say, hey, I need more time to find a job. Because she went to the court, and the excuse that she gave the judge was, my ankle's broken, Your Honor, I need more time to move out. It wasn't.
That's when the 30-day stay came in.
It came back
Put me
in.
out on the 13th of June. Okay? Why would the sheriff come and lock me out?
Ma'am, it is not an unlawful eviction.
Okay.
When the
Judge Faith does something important here. She removes emotion and explains the law. The eviction? Legal. That alone basically kills the plaintiff's main lawsuit. And at this moment, she's losing.
What's the next issue?
The next issue is...
You said that he locked you out and didn't let you get your things because
He
you are
still has
allowed
my
by law,
property.
by 15 days, you are required by law 15 days to keep a property for 15 days. During that time period, you can come and get your property. What happened?
You know this is a real judge, right? She knows what she's talking about. You know that, right?
Let's play, Trey.
Okay.
Let's pray.
This is not play.
Okay.
So
I
what
tried
happened?
to go get my property. Okay, I went back the very same day that I was locked out, if you remember. Okay, I went back there with him and my daughters and a friend of mine. We all went up there to go get my stuff. He told me I can go in and get whatever I could. I went in. Later, he comes in and he tells me, okay, you got 15 minutes. So it was like, hurry up, hustle, get out, you know, whatever.
Did I give you only 15 minutes? Don't lie.
No,
20 minutes.
I gave you an hour and 20 minutes.
Oh my God.
He gave us about 45 minutes, and then then he said,
half of it was
we got
talking.
20 more minutes left. So
Okay, so you had 45 minutes
Yeah,
plus
so
20
an
minutes,
hour.
an hour to
An
get
hour.
your thing.
A shocking statement stuns the courtroom.
She ran up to me. She said, Trey, my kids are crying.
I was locked out by the sheriff.
That's not my problem. She said, well, we both parents. You should know how it is. I said, the difference between me and you is that, yeah, we both parents, but I would never let my kids be homeless.
Is that not rude?
She turned
That's so
red.
rude.
She ran up to my face, Your Honor, and said, you know what, Trey? You ain't gonna be nothing but an N-word the rest of your life.
No, I did not, Your Honor. Look at me.
You can't even say that with a straight face.
Did you call him that?
Plaintiff Jennifer Huddock says her former landlord refused to return her belongings after evicting her illegally. She's suing for the cost of her personal property. Defendant Trey Jackson says if the plaintiff had just followed the house rules, she wouldn't have had a problem. He is countersuing for back rent and fees.
To this point, this is accurate.
Right. When we were leaving, he agreed he was going to let me come back to the house to get the rest of my stuff. Okay? I went back to go to the house up there to go get the rest
What
of the
day
things.
did you go back?
I don't know what day it was.
3 days later. It was on a Friday.
Yeah, it was on a Friday. I think it was on the 10th.
I agree with that.
By the way, what was the real reason for the eviction? All of these problems in addition to, was it non-payment of rent as well?
It was non-payment of rent.
Okay,
and
that
I'm just
was-
gonna leave it there.
Okay, non-payment of rent. When you evict someone lawfully, by law, you have to give them a time to come and get their things within the 15 days.
Yeah, I
So
understand
if
that.
she showed
Still
back
has
up,
it.
if you say there are damages to the property, there are other ways you go about getting
Right.
restitution for
Right.
those damages.
Right.
But if she comes back and you tell her to come back and she's trying to get her things, you can't stop her from going in and then charge her storage for keeping her things there. May I have the list of the property you say was
Yes.
left, and do you have
Okay.
any proof? Do you have
Yes.
any proof that this
I
property
have-
was left in
I don't have
your?
proof. He has all of my property.
Do you still? Where's the stuff?
Some
not-
of it,
I'm-
Your Honor, I went up there. He told me I can go up there and pick up my stuff on a Friday. I went up there to go get it. I could go up there and get my mattress, is what he told me.
So what happened when she start calling, trying to get her
Yeah.
property?
We having a
No,
breakdown in
that's not all of it.
communication. She owes me
It's not a
3
breakdown.
days of storage when she came back. She did not have any payment for that. So I do not have to give her anything if she don't have the 3 days. I just wanted the 3 days minimum.
Do you have any proof that this property was left inside of your
Everything
your
I
unit?
own, he has. I was locked out by the sheriff. I don't know what else kind
You
of
have a
proof I
camera?
need
Do you
to
have a
have.
phone?
She
You got a
wasn't
camera
home
phone?
when they locked her out. It was her daughter that was home, so she has everything was left behind.
Where's the property now?
The property is in storage.
No,
'Cause
half of it might be in storage.
I
Half
want
of it was
her
on the
to
side of
have
the
her
house
stuff
broken.
back. I even brought family pictures that she cried to me about. I brought them with me today because I
Thank
want her
you.
to have those.
Thank you.
Well,
Okay.
you're welcome. From the demon.
So
You're so
here's
good.
here's the deal. So she owes you 3 days of storage, and that's it. Nothing else.
That's it.
So
She
if
didn't
that
have the money
is-
that day.
Sir, listen to what I'm
Okay.
saying.
$30, $10, whatever.
I understand she didn't have the money that day, but she's only required to pay for those days
Yes.
that from the date that she was evicted up until the date that she came.
But then comes the property. And this is critical. Even when eviction is legal, landlords still have duties. You can't hold someone's belongings hostage, especially not children's things, especially not over a few days of storage.
Right? Is that not rude?
She turned
That's so
red.
rude.
She ran up to my face, Your Honor, and said, "You know what, Trey? You ain't gonna be nothing but an N-word the rest of your life." And when I say N-word, it wasn't G-A, it was E-R, like we was in 1951.
Did you call him that?
Look at me. No, I did not, Your Honor. Look at me.
You can't even say that with a straight face.
I can't. I can't. I
No, you
never
can't.
called you that,
You
Trey.
never
I don't
called me
call
that?
anybody that.
After she called me the N-word, she was about 5 inches away from my face, spitting on me and everything. I was
Oh.
sitting in my truck. Then she
In your
goes,
truck. You weren't even in a truck.
then she goes, Your Honor. Oh, okay, I'm sorry, I was in my car.
Oh.
Then she goes, Your Honor, for the rest of your life, no matter what kind of cars you got, no matter what property you have, you can forever be a big lip N-word.
You are such.
I was like,
oh my God! If my
I can
girls
take
were
the
here.
N-word
If
because
my
I've been
girls
called
were
worse,
here.
but big lips,
If-
that drew the line. I drew the line on that. Sexy lips, maybe, but no. I drew the line on that. And I have a voicemail to prove that she used that word.
Okay, let me hear the voicemail. Because she's saying
hear it.
she doesn't use that word.
She
Let's hear
uses
it.
that word.
Let's hear it.
She does not use it.
I've been trying to get a hold of you. I've been blowing up your phone, and I know you know it, so I don't know why the you continue to ignore me. Could you call me back? Could you please? I would appreciate it, because you lied to me when you told me that you were going to cancel my eviction. You were just trying to get my money out of me, and then you were going to have the police come and knock me out anyway. What a weasel. Call me back.
A weasel.
No, you're not going to call me back since I've been calling you gay. It's cheap. What does do? Act like you're
Boom.
Oh, there you go. Okay, I apologize then. I did say that.
No.
And then everything explodes. What starts as a property dispute becomes something much darker.
You thought.
I don't remember saying that.
Let me tell you something.
Wow.
On your phone, there's a red button.
Okay,
It says
I don't
end.
remember saying that.
You should practice pushing the red button.
Okay,
Whatever,
folks, just
whatever.
listen. Talk to the judge,
I do
please.
not remember saying that, Your Honor.
Well,
You said it 3
sounds
times
just
on that
like
voicemail.
it.
But
Talk to the judge,
obviously
please.
I did, okay? But I do not remember. Do you remember how mad I was?
That's besides the
Okay,
point.
it doesn't matter. Okay.
This is
Ma'am,
a
you
business.
just told
You caused
me,
me to
Okay,
lose
I
money.
apologize.
you just testified before
I did
me
just
that
testify.
you didn't call him the N-word to his face.
That
I
day.
do
said-
not
That day.
You said
I did
that
not
you
recall.
don't use that word,
That day.
and as a matter of fact, you said you never called
I don't
someone the
call people
N-word.
that word.
And then 5 seconds later, he plays a voicemail, and how many times did you say it? 2, 3 times?
3 times, John.
This voicemail changes everything. Not because it's offensive, everyone can hear that, but because she lied about it under oath. Courts forgive mistakes. They do not forgive dishonesty.
I do not like when people come into my courtroom and look me right in my face and lie to me. And that is what you did.
I
and
did
you are
not
continuing,
intentionally lie to you.
Ma'am.
Okay.
Not only are you demonstrating to me right now that you use the most racist, derogatory, insulting, insensitive words towards black people, but you're demonstrating to me right now you cannot even admit it and tell me the truth.
My daughters are mixed.
I don't care if your best friend is black. It doesn't matter. I heard you call him the N-word.
Wow.
It's ridiculous. I cannot stand, because that is the number one thing people say. Oh, I'm not racist. But you know what? I just
My kids are biracial.
I don't, so what? So you're not a racist because your kids are biracial?
No, I'm a racist against him. I do not recall saying that.
So he's the N-word, but no other black person. No, that's your excuse for that. That in 2014, people still talk like that and refer to black people as the N-word.
That's how they refer to each other, though.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
That's how they refer to each other.
Oh, okay, so I see you're just as ignorant as your little girlfriend. Let me tell you something. Don't come in this courtroom and pretend to know anything about me or what I say or don't say. But let me inform you of something. There are a lot of black people that choose not to use that word because we understand the degrading and historical context from which it stems. It doesn't matter if Jay-Z says it. It doesn't matter if Kanye West says it. Stop making excuses for your own personal choices. And don't play dumb. You know that there's a difference in the context and that word being thrown around in some rap lyrics and when you use it in a hurling and insulting manner. Now, let me tell you why I'm dismissing your case. Because you're going to think that I'm dismissing your case because you're an ignorant racist. But that's not why I'm dismissing your case. I'm dismissing it because you're a liar. You came into court and you lied to me to my face. Judgment in this case is for the defendant in the amount of $4,065, and I'm ordering you to return her property. Judgment for the defendant.
Judge Faith makes this crystal clear. She's not ruling because of feelings. She's ruling because truth matters. You can lose a case and still keep your integrity, but if you lie in court, nothing else you say matters.